Hello, everyone, and welcome to our reading today. We are looking at Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. So let's take a look at our reading. Today we are doing a guidance reading. Hello and welcome. I hope everybody is having a great day. Um, I hope that you are enjoying the weather. It seems like the weather has been improving for some people. I send so much love to you guys who are having some really bad weather. It has been really crazy for some of you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's always crazy here. Our weather's always crazy. We get it can be like hailing Monday, and then Tuesday it can be like beach weather. Um, so I'm kind of used to that craziness, but I know some of you guys, you've really had some unpredictable weather, so I hope everybody's okay. We are just pulling piles today. We're going to do a guidance reading. We are doing three piles. You will pull the pile that pulls to you, and this is our overall card. Okay, so I will give you a few seconds to look at each pile, decide which one you feel suits you the most. And let's take a look. All right, so pile one, if you picked one, your two cards are Don't Be Afraid to Sing, Make the Change. So you have cards 7 and 43. Huh, so you have two sevens. If you add 4 and 3, you get 77. So sevens, if you've been seeing sevens, it says make the change. So in the picture, she's determining, she's kind of like looking at her hair. She's trying to decide if she wants to cut it, what she wants to do with it, or maybe she's contemplating on whether or not she wants to be like a warrior kind of energy coming in. Like if she's done with this kind of lifestyle and wants to do something different, right? So she might be debating on what kind of situation she should move forward in. And then the second one, we have spaceship. Don't be afraid to sing. Okay, so this is all about both of your cards. It's like 4 and 3 is 7, and then you have the number 7. But yet, look how far apart they are. The number 7 from the number 43. Very far apart. Those two numbers are very far apart, right? But anything that you put your mind to, you can do. Okay, you need to find your tribe. First off, I feel like in this one here, I feel like you're feeling alone and like there's nobody in your circle. And you don't even have a circle for some of you. You might just feel very utterly alone. And that's okay. The universe is prepping you. Okay, the universe is getting you ready to understand who you truly deserve so that you don't go back to the circle that doesn't honor you. Okay, but you will find the people in your life that truly get you, and they will resonate with you outside of your own, of like the world. Okay, so like you're like the people that you are going to click with are not going to be people that believe in like just the earthly energy. Like they're going to be the explorers, they're going to be the optimistic people, they're going to be people that aren't afraid to question things. They're going to be the ones that are not going to be afraid to be a little what they call weird or out, or uniquely themselves. Some people might say weird, but what I like to say is uniquely yourself. Okay, so let people classify you and others as weird. Let them say you're weird. That's a compliment. Okay, I would rather be weird than be like everybody else in the field. All right, like everybody else doing the same thing. So, but you're gonna find your like-minded people. You're gonna find people that make you feel like you're not crazy and you matter. Okay, so just keep showing up for yourself, card pal one. Okay, don't allow anybody to make you feel like you can't be something you want to be. And if where you are doesn't resonate, don't be afraid to move. Yeah, you write your own journey. Okay, you are the author of your own book. Take back your pen, write your life, decide how you want to live it. Don't give your pen to somebody else to write your life for you, because before you know it, you're going to be at the end of your life wondering why you let it go in the direction that it did. Because, so take back your control, take back how you want your life to be. And people who don't want to see you change either simply don't want to change themselves, or not connected to their uniqueness, or they simply don't want to see you be happy. Okay. So sometimes we have to take our pen back, write our own book, and recreate our next adventure. Okay. And part pile two, you have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. Be honest with yourself. Okay, so pile two, you are being called to be honest with yourself. Um, I feel like, so your numbers are 12 and 17. So they are very close together. Okay, so I feel like you're not far off from who you truly need to be. I think this is more of a confirmation reading for you. Notice how she has a flower to her nose and she has a flower to her nose. Both girls are pretty much doing the same thing, right? You know who you are. You know what gives you life, what makes you happy, what sparks your heart. You are divinely connected. Spirit is with you. So it's okay if other people don't accept whatever it is that you know in your heart you need to do. Trust the universe, give the situation to the universe, and trust that it'll work out. Just tell your guides or spirit, to help you with this situation, to help others understand your choice with love, without confrontation, without anger issues, without hate. You know, love and move in the direction that you're pulled to. It's okay if other people don't approve, because when you look at their life, there's many things in their life that they might not be doing perfect. Okay, nobody is perfect. So if they try to judge you, just remind yourself that if they're judging you, then they're not doing their own inner work. Because if they're doing their own inner work, then they would understand that you have a right to make any choices that you choose. No one has a right to try to pull you into a situation. No one has a right to push themselves on you. No one has a right to cross your boundaries. No one has a right to tell you what you should and should not do if it doesn't feel right for you. And you have a right to say no, and you have a right to send them love, and you have a right to be honest with yourself and move in the direction and the energy that you choose and need to move in. Okay. And we're going to pull a dice for you too for some extra guidance. And we have, the looking glass, the magnifying glass. Yes. So for you, your guidance is go deeper into the situation. How do you need to be honest with yourself? What do you need to do to be honest with yourself? What do you need to do to let go of people pleasing? Look at the situation on a deeper scale and understand the real hidden energies, the hidden unseen, you know what I mean? Like when you have a magnifying glass, you're looking for details. You're looking for things that the eye might not see, right? You're looking for you might be looking for something that is hidden, okay, or something that is not observable. Okay, so just spend some time going deeper into this situation, okay? Why do you feel you need to seek other people's approval? Why do you feel that you need other people to be around you? Is there an issue within you with abandonment? Is there a wound that needs to be healed? Are you loving yourself? If you're not being honest with yourself, then why? Why are you not being honest with yourself? How does this situation affect you in your emotions, in your decisions? Are you creating cycles that you really truly need to break, but you're creating them because you are choosing somebody's approval over who you truly are and truly want to be and truly know you're meant to be. Okay, so this is self-examination. That just means to go deeper. Go deeper into the situation, see it for what it's truly worth. Okay. And pile 3, you have feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Okay, so you have 29 and you have 8. Um, so you have the like 9 and 2 is 11, so the 11 and the 8 card. Um, so this is all about doing the work and taking time to appreciate yourself and honor yourself and enjoy yourself. Okay. So, feast, when you have a feast, one thing about the word feast is you don't want to overdo it. What's that called? You don't want to, I lost my word. I can see it, I can think of it, but you don't want to, what do you call that whenever you eat too much? Like if you sit down and to eat like cookies and you eat the whole container of cookies, okay? Overindulge. There you were. That's the word I was looking for. Do not overindulge yourself, but share with others. A feast has so much food. When you think of a feast, you think of so much food, right? Share it with those that are truly there and need it, okay? Share it with those, whatever you've done, slow down, take a moment to appreciate your hard work, but share that energy with the energy that aligns with the hard work that you've done. Okay, so the feast is all about giving. Giving to others less fortunate, giving to others who were there to support you, giving to others that love you and are just they just love you, right? Just sharing it. Okay, so the feast doesn't necessarily mean that you quarter it all for yourself and you overeat and overindulge. That's not what this card is saying. This card is saying feast upon the enjoyment that you have received. But you want to be humble, you want to be honest, you want to be appreciative, you want to have gratitude, and you also don't want to have any selfishness. Okay, let go of the ego energy. Um, Help people, yes, I've earned this food, but this is how I earned it. And here, I would love for you to share it with me. Okay, so you want to be honest with yourself and you want to share that abundance to help others understand the importance of how you got to where you are. Okay, you don't want to let this go to waste, and there might be too much for you to even enjoy yourself, and you don't want to try to eat it all at once and then be so sick, right? So like again, the feast energy comes in as a humbleness, gratitude, humility. Be humble, be humility, have humility in yourself, right? Don't gloat, don't put yourself on a pedestal and be like, "Ha ha, this is all mine," and no, I did all the work and you don't deserve nothing, and you know, be loving. Don't allow anything to change who you are and how you got here. Okay. You can slow down and celebrate it and you can share with others, right? And yes, you might share with some people that do not appreciate it. They might just have their hands out and expect it. But if you have it to give it. Okay. Sometimes I will tell you something. Sometimes when somebody has their hand out and they expect you to give it to them and you just give it to them out of love with no expectations, no strings attached. You know that they haven't, that they don't support you. You know that they don't wish, that they would never share with you, but you choose to share with them. You don't know how planting that seed could change their life, because there could be a time in their life when they stop and remember that they were unworthy of receiving, but yet you chose to honor them. You chose to love them. You chose to share with them. Even though you had every right not to, you chose to see them and you chose peace, love, happiness, forgiveness, gratitude. You chose to share with them even though they were acting in an ungrateful way. You don't know what that could do. You know there's many situations where people have felt guilty because they've realized many years later, they look back and realize that they didn't appreciate that or they didn't even deserve that, but you still honored honored them regardless, right? And the great spirit sees that. That's because that's your heart. Okay, that is who you truly are. So if you can serve anyone. Don't hold them at expectations. Okay, just be yourself. In this situation, honor yourself, slow down and honor who you are, love who you are. You have a right to honor your energy. You have a right to love yourself. You have a right to take a time out and love who you have become and how you got here. And if you can share any of it, share where you feel it is to be shared the most and needed the most, right? And you are free now. You've broke away from a lot of things. You've allowed your heart to be opened. You've allowed so many things to just fall away from you. And yeah, you've never needed wings to fly, but you may have doubted yourself. You may have lacked self-love. And now you've reclaimed a lot of the things that no one ever wanted to see you reclaim. And now you're on a whole different path, right? Okay, you got the TP. So this is all about a TP is like a nomad, okay? So that goes great with your card because a TP can be taken down and moved, right? A TP is a med fast house. It's something that is set up very quickly to support your needs, especially against the weather, right? So you are protected by your ancestors. A TP also represents ancestors because it's like Native American heritage. So you are protected by your ancestors. Your needs are provided for. You are on a journey. You may find yourself going in different directions, new directions, meeting new people, experiencing new things, sharing your your s- your your life, your situation with others as well. Because a lot of times, um, people who are nomadic, they will run into other people and they'll share this and they'll share that and they'll share what they learned here and they'll share what they learned there. And so you may find that this journey, this new you, this new freedom that you feel within also gives you freedom outside of you as well. So looking at our closing card, we have potion. Remember to practice self-love. Okay, so for all three of you, your overall reading involves pulling in self love in whatever you are doing. And for some of you, you may need to keep this self love to yourself. Okay. For some of you, you may be trying, especially like PAL 1, you may be trying to love yourself out in the open. And maybe people are like, what are you doing? That's so stupid. Why are you doing that? Oh, girl, you look so dumb. Or boy, man, why are you doing that? So, however, you need to give yourself self love, do so. For some of you, you may be in this energy. You may be able to say, I love myself and I'm going to love myself. And if you can't love yourself, that ain't my problem, right? But I'm not going to stop loving myself in front of you because you think I'm weird for loving myself whenever you simply just don't know how to do it yourself, right? Some of you might be able to push that energy back to the people that is pushing it out at you, okay? But for others, you might not quite be there yet. So you might need to do self love just yourself behind closed doors in the comfort of your own home in your space. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with keeping things between you and the creator, spirit, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes if you try to share something that other people don't vibe with, they're going to make fun of it. They're going to mock you. They're going to look at you strange. They're going to give you that energy where you just feel so uncomfortable and unwanted and unappreciative, and it's just going to make it really hard for you in return to do this. When you go to sit down, you're not going to feel loved. You're not going to feel accepted. And it's just going to make this harder. So, it's okay if you need to not share your self-love with yourself. Okay? If you're on the way to work and you stop and get yourself a frozen ice coffee or whatever, or frozen coffee or whatever, and you drink it on the way to work and you don't take it into work with you because, you know, that's your self-love moment. You just relax, driving yourself to work, enjoying your. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep it to yourself. Okay, because sometimes when people see you happy and people see you loving yourself and they can't love themselves, they're going to pull you down. They're going to make comments. Oh, I wish I could have one of those, but have you ever counted the calories in those things? Woo, a minute on your lips and a lifetime on your hips, and they kind of throw that energy of you're going to be walking around instead of you enjoying it, you're going to be looking at it going, oh man, and it's gonna take everything that meant anything to you and make it nothing. So if you have people in your energy field, PAL 1, PAL 2, if you have these people, it is okay to keep things to yourself. It is okay to love yourself. Take your salt baths, do your meditations, read your spiritual work, sit with yourself, pamper yourself, whatever you need to do. Do your nails, whatever you want to do to enjoy, get up early and enjoy your cup of coffee, whatever you do. Okay. Love yourself quietly if it's not honored outside of you. Okay. And in PAL 3, I truly don't feel that that you have an issue with that. I think you're doing great with self-love, and this card is just telling you to keep going. You're doing an amazing job. Um, Keep loving yourself and keep showing up for yourself. And PAL 1 and 2, you if you continue to love yourself and show up for yourself and work on yourself, you are definitely going to get to PAL 3. So for some of you, this could be a 1, 2, and 3. Okay, this whole thing could be a reading for some of you, because you might be going through the process of seeing who you truly are, finding your soul tribe, understanding that some people need to be left go, loving yourself more and being honest with yourself about the situation, and then moving into your freedom. So, this for some of you, this could be a whole step reading. Okay. So, take it how it resonates. Let's pull you a witchy card and see what your guidance is. Da, 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 da. Ooh, they really want to be shuffled. Practice sensory withdrawal regularly to soothe your psychic sensibilities. So, practice sensory withdrawal regularly. Okay, so you need to come back, especially if you're people pleasing or you got people that are blah, blah, blah. All right, this is coming back to yourself. And you even got that in this card when it says slow down and celebrate yourself. Yeah, come back to self, come back to self. Okay, um, practice coming back to yourself regularly, well, like a daily. And you don't have to do it like for hours. It could just be, a very, like you could be busy and then just take a moment to just come into your heart space and just, I love you. I love you. Thank you. I forgive myself and I send love to myself. That's simple. I send love to myself. I send love to the creator. That's simple. It doesn't have to be 10 minutes, an hour, 30 minutes. It could just be a simple come back in and center. Because that coming back to self, coming back to self, coming back to self is like putting more and more on top, like a book on top of a book on top of a book. Okay, like you're building yourself up without even realizing it. Okay, so don't feel like, oh, I don't have time to meditate. I'm too tired. Or I'm too this, that. I don't have time. I'll do it tomorrow. No, you could do something as little as 30 seconds of just coming back in, Okay, just withdrawing from everything that's going on around you and just coming back to self. If you're at a party or something or out somewhere and there's a lot of noise, a lot of people, take yourself to a restroom. Just go in and just, I love myself. I am centered. I come back to my heart space with gratitude and love. Thank you. Thank you. And that's simple. Boom. Okay. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right, I hope this reading has helped you. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome cards, guys. Let me know in the comments how you resonate with it. I wish you the very, very best, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.